I love our theme tune. And look who else is here, Mama V. Mama V, look, we have to have a conversation about how often we are...
Don't we already have conversations?
Yeah,
maybe
like it's serious.
at certain times of the day?
It's not beyond coincidence. It's turning into a spiritual connection.
Yeah. Okay, what's the connection?
We seem to be matching, certain colors, with frequency, which is alarming.
I'm supposed to be your partner
and pleasing at the same time.
I'm supposed to be your partner.
High five, partner.
Yeah.
We did it again.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, then. So let's see what...
We've been doing it offsets. That's what it means.
We've been doing it.
Okay, no, I didn't say that.
Hey, you had to.
Well, good morning to you.
I would like to associate myself while disassociating myself from those comments. How you doing, Mama B?
I'm good.
It's great to see you.
How are you?
Not bad.
It's just this heartbreaking story on the front page of the Daily Graphic, but there's also the Barca, the Liverpool Barca. I didn't expect that it will be a... well, Patrick is a Barca fan. Our director this morning is Patrick Gomez, and he's absolutely heartbroken. So if he cuts us in the middle of the review, then you know why.
But Manchester United fans are also heartbroken, aren't they?
Yeah. I mean, the point is that we don't want Liverpool to... Nah. Liverpool is the real enemy, actually. I mean, I don't mean enemy, but that's the opposition. Yeah, exactly. It's not Manchester City. Usually people are like Manchester United. It's actually Liverpool.
Yeah. And historically, that's what it's been from the days of Ian Rush. But yesterday Liverpool showed class.
Yeah.
I mean, amazing class. Has Barcelona ever been beaten by 4 goals?
I don't know. I mean, 0. No, this is Champions League and this is Barca. Yeah.
4 goals. And it was kind of like Liverpool, as soon as they scored their first goal, something went on in their brains. Like, you know what? We're doing this.
You guys can actually turn this around.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the people who bet on this game who actually lost? Because nobody expected Liverpool to do what they did yesterday.
Oh.
Yeah.
Gomez, Charlie, you know what? I know what you need. I know what you need. It's not in this country, but we'll organize it for you. We'll organize it for you.
Okay.
There is God.
Let's do what our director will allow us to do. That's to review the newspapers. There will be more sports and reactions after the headlines.
Yeah. All right. So I have the Ghanaian Times, the Daily Guide, the Dispatch, and the Herald. So I'll do them in that order. You don't mind if I go first?
No, go ahead.
All right, okay, because that story is shocking.
Yeah.
Anyway, Ghanaian Times has this banner headline, will publish corruption cases soon. That's the board chair of the Office of the Special Prosecutor speaking, and that would be Linda Ofori-Kwafo. But there's a picture here of Mr. Martin Amidu, who is, of course, the Special Prosecutor. Also on the front page, I'll deliver on promises, President assures. Also, 181 projects under One District, One Factory to operate by end of year. That's according to the Trade and Industry Minister. 8 secessionists to appear before court today. And let's see what's on the back. 2 sports stories. Black Queens set for Wafu B Trophy defense. They face Senegal in group opener today. Also on the back, Hearts of Oak aim double over Liberty. Picture of Fatah Mohammed there. And NSA announces ceremony to mark May 9. National Sports Authority there. Okay, Daily Guide next. Banner headline this morning. Aisha sister arrested for timber galamsey. All right. Police beat police. Ghana card officer busted for registering foreigners. Stop misleading Ghanaians, Nana to Mahama. And Nsawam prisons get factory. Does that fall under One District, One Factory, I wonder?
Maybe.
Back page real quick, some sports stories. Kotoko ASEC to honor Otumfuo. Fitcom ready to kit 62 clubs. Vodafone Asantehene golf tees off today. Oh, what would an anniversary be without some golf for the Asantehene? And Herbert Mensah leads May 9 walk. And there we have it. That's it for the Daily Guide. Dispatch next. Banner headline this morning. 13 leading ethnic groups in terms of population, as per 2010 population census, is all on page 2 if you want to know those details. Esther Jibidonko wins top marine and aviation award. And former CID boss takes on current CID head on Takrade missing girls. This, I think,
I have a feeling that will be out of that
from yesterday's
conversation.
show. Yeah, I have a feeling. And bids open for Ghana-Burkina Railway line. That's it for the front. And actually, yeah, that's it for the back too. Herald is the last paper I'll touch on before Mamavi comes in. And it's got a lineup here of John Peter Amewu, Ken Oforiatta, Joseph Ampa, and David Adomako. And it says hidden names and faces and ties behind controversial AGM Aker petroleum deals revealed. Joseph Ampa is Joseph Babatunde. He works and he also happens to be a nephew of David Adomako, who is the owner of Quad Energy, the local partner of Aker. Right, Snit Boss gets Outstanding Director General 2018 award. Illegal board allowances spark confusion at PMMC. Indian investor thrown out by regional party chairman, And Alex Mold and Okujeto Ablakwa hit NPP MPs for dashing away Ghana's crude oil. That's it for the Herald. And Game of Thrones on the back. What can I say?
Let's continue. I still haven't watched Game of Thrones, so I have no idea what you're thinking or talking about right now.
I'll get you seasons 1 and 2.
And I will watch like in June. Yeah.
Yeah, because to be honest, if you start today, you will take leave. We don't want that.
Let's do the front page of the Daily Graphic newspaper. Here we go. Government to support large-scale production of Kantanka vehicles. There's a picture of the Trades Minister there, Alan Chiremating. NIA officer arrested for registering Nigerians. That story is also on page 10. Suspected secessionists charged. They conspired to commit treason felony. 16s beat Headmaster to death. And this is an unbelievable story. You wouldn't think that this would happen. 4 in custody, 2 on the run. Very heartbreaking story, really. I'll tell you about it in the back page. KNUST embarks on expansion project. Health professionals trained on use of AED machines. That's the automated external defibrillators. Okay, yeah.
Defibrillators,
you have to take a breath.
Indeed.
Breathe in and out. And say the word. Okay, center spread of the paper. Upper West Chiefs call on President Akufo-Addo. Government assures all of level playing field in oil gas industry. That's what's in the center spread of the paper today. Today newspaper is what I am reviewing next. Front page of the Today. Contractors chase government for their arrears. Abrogates desalination contracts. And there's a picture of the Sanitation and Water Resources Minister along with the headline, Cash and Carry back at psychiatric hospitals. I'll share a bit of the details with you.
Did it ever go away?
Yeah.
Psychiatric care always gets left off the NHIS, list of priorities. So,
but at least there were certain things that you could get on the card, or the card would allow you.
Yeah, not anymore, eh?
Apparently.
All right.
The Finder newspaper, we'll finish off with the Finder, front page of the Finder. On One District's One Factory, Chinese firms to inject $400 million. 57 One District's One Factory businesses already in operation, according to the Trades Minister, Alan Chiremating. New MD of Republic Bank, Ghana, assumes office. Government holding 912 million Ghana cedis plastic fund. And physician assistants angry at plans to take away their autonomy. Okay. So that's it for the papers, at least what's on the front, back, and in some of the cases, the center spread papers.
Front, back, and side.
But the story that I can't begin to imagine that young people will do this to a head of an institution, headmaster. Headmaster, housemaster, house mistress. I mean, there are people that, you don't touch, really.
How do you beat your teacher, first of all?
Exactly.
How do you beat your teacher? Now, this is not just your teacher, it's your head teacher.
Yeah.
It is an extension of impunity that I don't think I've ever encountered. Has this ever? Have you ever seen a story like this?
I haven't. And this actually led to his death as well.
Indeed.
So,
they killed him.
Yeah, they killed him. And these are young people. We're talking 18, 19.
Well, they can all be tried as adults. This is the first time that I've actually been pleased that a young person can be tried as an adult. How do you beat your... I mean, how?
So let me just share a bit of the story. According to the regional police, public relations superintendent of police, Ebenezer Tete, initial investigations by the police show that the 6 young men assaulted Bosompim when he warned them to stay off his backyard, where they had allegedly been engaging in all manner of antisocial behavior. Aside from that, they were allegedly also stealing farm produce from his backyard farm. Apparently, a threat from Bosompim, who is the headmaster we're talking about here, who is the victim really, that he was going to inform the police to arrest those invading his backyard, infuriated the young men who, according to the police, accosted him in the vicinity, leading or landing an assault on him, which had sent him to an early grave. He was initially admitted to the Kibi Hospital, but later transferred to the St. Joseph's Hospital in Koforidua, where he died on May 3 while on admission. So the 4 were arrested, and after investigation, charged with the offenses. Oh gosh. So a bit about the man. Local secretary to the Ghana National Association of Teachers, Mr. Henry Boateng, described the deceased as a very quiet and calm man. He was a stammerer, so he did not talk much. According to him, 55-year-old man, he had been with the Salvation Army Basic School for 2 years before his untimely death. Left behind a wife and 3 children. And according to Mr. Boateng, he was currently writing the Wasi. Okay, where? Yeah, one of the children is writing the Wasi. The remaining 2 are a 5-year-old boy and a 4-month-old baby. Oh gosh. So, you know, the Richard Anani is 18, Emmanuel Miracle is 18, Philip Okodia is 18, and Paul Bwedu 19. They were remanded and out to help the Eastern Regional Police Command to apprehend the 2 on the run.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mama, can you imagine? So if one of these young men is your child, how would that feel? I mean, how must that feel right now?
I would just, I don't know. I would just hand him over to.
I would feel like a failure.
But yeah.
Honestly, if my son ended up,
I don't think you should. I don't think you should.
I would. I mean, I have a.
You'll be disappointed.
I have
you
a
would
certain.
feel like it, but an 18-year-old decides what he wants to do.
Yeah, but all of his decisions will be based on the sort of frame of mind he has built through his upbringing. And I have a certain, I don't expect everyone to have the same attitude, but I have a certain attitude towards my son. I feel like if he turns out a good person, it's because I've made that possible. If he turns out a bad person, it's because I've made that happen. I try to take full responsibility for everything, every influence. Once I think that way, then I'm interested in everything he's learning, every decision he's making. And I feel like that as a parent, my only duty is to make sure that he's capable of making good decisions. When I'm not there, he'll make the right choices. So
I appreciate where you're coming from with the thoughts.
You know, if my son did that, yeah, I would blame myself. I would feel like I haven't prepared him to make the right choices.
That's fair, except that I think that a parent can do everything. I mean, you can start the child off very well, you know, foundation is solid, but at some point in their lives, when they become teens, when they start making friends and having interest in other things, they can do things that you won't believe they're capable of.
Well, that's
and
true.
It will be contrary to what the foundation that you laid.
Yeah.
They can act so differently. And that's why I think as a parent, really, you shouldn't take all the blame.
I know that. But I suppose depending on what relationship you have with your kid, because there are some kids who, most kids actually, they become teenagers and no matter what changes they go through, they still turn out decent people. So it's possible. All right, and I feel like, yeah, as a parent, you must do everything within your power to make your child turn out right. But this is not about parents. This is about a headmaster who has been killed by his students who were stealing from him. Can you imagine that? Yeah, I mean, I've got to say I'm eternally disappointed in these boys, whoever they are. And the other two should be caught and made to face the law as well.
So that's the man who left behind a 4-month-old baby. He's also has a child who's writing the wasi.
Oh, my
and
goodness.
another, and also a wife.
It's just not right.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about Helen One?
Yeah, you know.
So this happened, well, I mean, we heard of this yesterday.
I hope this will not end up like the first one, you know?
Mama B, how else can it end? What other
because
outcome can we possibly have?
I don't know.
She must be, in fact, it's not that she will be deported, she must be deported.
We have precedents.
She must, otherwise, I mean, how will anybody justify prosecuting her?
Especially also because I hope that the Daily Guide probably would have more than what at least I got yesterday, because the police was not giving details of this.
So what we know is that she gathered these things in the Upper West region, I believe, was traveling south with it. She went through 2 police barriers, was not stopped at either one, but at the third one, which was on the outskirts of Tamale, she was stopped. And this is where she was arrested. Now she is claiming that the reason why she was arrested was because the police who stopped her asked for 8,000 cedis and she refused to pay it. That's her side of the story, obviously. Not that it should make any difference in terms of whether she's guilty of the Rosewood offenses, you know. But she seeks to implicate, if you like, the police who arrested her in some sort of bribery, you know, scandal. It will be interesting to see how it all unfolds. Of course, everything should be investigated. But she clearly has been going. She admitted when she was arrested, she said that she owns the timber and that she has, she says she has documentation for it, but she has been unable to provide this documentation. Now, I will be shocked if she has documentation, since there is a blanket ban. You know, on the felling or the transportation or the exportation of rosewood. So I will be shocked if she has documents. However, she claims she does. A court will decide her guilt. Well, actually, a court, I don't know how a court will get the opportunity to decide her guilt. If she, I mean, she must be deported. I'm sorry, she must be deported. I don't understand how anything else can, any other outcome.
So she's on bail. She's on bail, right?
Is she?
Because yesterday, the reporter, was it struggling to find a name here, said the police, apart from what they had said publicly, were not willing to give any more details. So we don't know the charges, if there are any charges at all.
I think I'm personally interested in this. I'll try and find out. So
that's why I was thinking that maybe the Daily Guide has a lot more.
I'll try and find out. And to be honest, I don't know what the actual punishment is if you're found guilty of violating the Rosewood ban. I don't know what the sanction is. I would love to find out. But I want to know where the lady is. Who knows? Maybe she's also supposed to go through the Aisha Juan process. You know, under the NDC, Aisha Juan was arrested and released 3 times without being charged. And then under MPP, she was arrested, charged, brought to court, and then deported. So she has at least 2 more arrests and 1 charge and deportation in her future.
Well, and the other thing is that I think when she was arrested, she couldn't produce her passport. Now, I'm thinking that immigration will also jump into this and then say that, oh, she's actually here illegally, so we'd send her back to where she came from.
That is if they have data on who she is, if they can identify her in their records. I wonder, that might be a far stretch.
But she's also one?
Yes,
she's also one?
Helen One.
Okay.
I wonder whether they are not just, you know...
the Daily Guide says Aisha's sister.
Aisha's sister, that's right. Helen One, yo. Anyway, so we await her deportation.
Another exchange. Another side no hydro. Okay, I didn't say that.
We have roads to construct. So let's send her packing quickly and, you know,
it actually doesn't solve our economic problems, does it?
It doesn't solve our economic problems to prosecute her. No.
Okay, so can I do this?
If she had paid the 8,000, it would have solved at least one police officer's economic problems.
Well, I refuse
for
to...
a short period of time.
I refuse to believe that the police people asked for 8,000.
Well, she went through 2 police checkpoints.
Yeah.
All right. And you see, this is the thing. There is a ban. So the police are aware there is a ban. So really, all they have to do is look out for any vehicle that could be carrying rosewood, right? Any vehicle that is capable of carrying timber. You have to check it. So you want to tell me 2 police barriers did not realize that 2 trucks, each one with 2 containers on it, massive containers, they didn't think it was worth checking what's in them, and that those containers could carry rosewood. That did not occur to them.
So, you know, what you've just said has drawn my attention to something. I think we shouldn't just be interested in what happens to this lady, but we should also be interested in what went wrong at the 2 checkpoints. And the police should be acting on this. How does a truck, the 2 trucks pass these checkpoints without the necessary checks?
Absolutely.
How could this have happened?
Absolutely.
I think the police should internally be interested in
they shouldn't seek to explain it away. Yesterday, I interviewed the PRO of the Tamale, the Northern Regional Police Command, and he wanted to sort of explain it away. That the important thing is that we arrested her.
It's not the important thing. The important thing is the fact that you still have officers who let her go.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I think that we should also be putting pressure on them so that they do the right thing.
Oh yes. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, there you go then.
Okay, please, we'll give you the opportunity to go to myjoyonline.com and do and read a lot more stories for us.
There's a story there about Barcelona's.
Unfortunately, this is where we have to end it and bring you sports. I got some love this morning from an enemy in quotes. That's Liverpool. Well, but you're not enemies. It's just the game.
You're not enemies.
Oh, I said it. I said you're not like enemies.
Somebody nice has said something nice to you, so now you are melting. Hey.
Sports is up next.
Sports next.